Hello everyone. So let's begin our module. It is one of the most interesting modules, and here we will get to know about how we can plan our day so that we can get the best of our pregnancy. So let me just share my screen and we can begin. This will be a very extensive module, but an interesting one, and it would clear on a lot of things. So it's about pregnancy dincharya. You might be thinking in garbhsanskar, how should we plan our days? What should we do? How different it is from a routine pregnancy. So all those questions would be answered in this module. So it's pregnancy dincharya, be your best version. So let's move further. So why rituals? I've always stressed on creating rituals. Create strong, powerful rituals which you can follow every single day diligently. So we all know during pregnancy, the struggles can be real. There are physical changes, emotional bursts, health issues. So we all know those things are real and many of them face it in different gravity magnitudes. Some can face it a lot, some can face it in moderation, and some might not even feel it. So it's different with every individual, but some struggles are there year or there. But with powerful rituals, we can go through the small or big obstacles with the smile on the face and love in the heart. We don't want to have that irritation, frustration, bitterness in our pregnancy. And for that, we are working on ourselves. So it doesn't happen like a magic. It requires consistent practice and hard work. So if you are up for this commitment, if you want to give your 100%, if you actually do it, you commit to the rituals, you do it every single day, and then you will have a baby who is a warrior like you, but better, smarter, and stronger than you. So we do it for him. To have a warrior, you need to be one, right? So, world today, you can see things around because of the screen time during pregnancy, mindlessly eating, gossips, and women's involvement in the emotional drama. It has affected the world today very severely. The world has become very aggressive, and there are several health issues, mental issues, depression, suicidal thoughts. You might have related that earlier generations were stronger and the new generations are smarter, but they are weak. They are weak physically, mentally, they're unable to take the resilience is lacking, they're unable to take the pressure, stress, and there is more violence in the world. So the root causes, the mothers during their pregnancy are just, mindlessly spending their time. 99% of the problems a mother can solve by, mindfully doing certain activities during her pregnancy. A mother's contribution is very important in this world because that is how the new generation is coming. So that is the period of creation, and she has the power to create her masterpiece because she is equivalent to the mother nature. Yes, you all are equivalent to mother nature while you are pregnant, and you are here because you want to impact this world and make this world a better place to live in. So, rise in all of this, one of the attributions is because of this mindless pregnancy by many women. And you can see there is a lot of hospitals and restaurants around. So, what we do generally is we spend our hard earned money on the food from outside, from maybe the food apps or from the restaurants. We eat that unhealthy, tamasic food, and then we fall ill. And then we have to spend our time and money on the hospitals. So there are a lot of hospitals and a lot of restaurants, and they are here to grow more and more. Why does this happens? Because our senses, our cravings overpower our awareness. We know this is not good for us. We know we have to sleep early. We know that this food is not good for us. We know that this type of eating or eating while watching the screen is not good. But we fail to implement it. We know we are overweight, but we fail to, work out. Why? Because senses overpower our awareness. We know it, but then we are unable to implement it. And that is the weakness of the mind. And we can improve it by strengthening our mind. We can make our mind stronger. We can consistently have good habits, good practices, good rituals, and then we can be our best version. So let's understand our brain first. So here there is a very interesting brain split theory by Roger Sperry. He was a psychologist in the year 1960s. He developed this theory and even won a Nobel Prize for it. So basically, he did hemispheric lateralization, which means he defined different roles for the different parts of brain. And this theory holds true even today. So our left brain is very logical, analytical, and our right brain is imaginative, creative, and emotional. So when we have the balance of both the sides, both our hemispheres, then our nadi is activated, and through it we can tap into the abundance energy of the universe. Naturally, it is activated during our transition phase, like during the sunrise, during the sunset, and that is why it is said that it's best to practice meditations during the transition phase because it's very easy to tap into the Sushumna Nadi. And so it has been noticed that those who are creative people, like the film directors, musicians, artists, they have a very strong right brain, but then they are weak at math. The logical mind is not that strong. And on the other hand, whose profession is very logical, such as chartered accountants, advocates, their logical mind is very strong, but they are not really creative. So it is recommended that those with a strong professional inclination towards certain hemisphere should do opposite activities to have that balance in the brain. So advocates or chartered accountants should learn some musical instrument, get involved in some creativity to bring balance in their minds. So during pregnancy, why we are learning this? Because during pregnancy, we want to achieve that balance. So we will do the activities, keeping this in mind to have mix of both the activities. We will do the logical stimulation also and the creative stimulation also in our pregnancy dincharya. So the first activity would be nature. Nature is amazing. When you think of nature, what comes to your mind? Peace, right? Calmness. So nature is the mother of creativity. You can tap into an abundance of creativity when you spend time with nature, just like there is a very famous quotation. Think for a moment. We want our brain to work, right? We don't want spoon feeding. Just like necessity is the mother of all the inventions, right? So, if we want to be creative, if we want to be happier, if we want to be stronger, then our first activity, first ritual, I would say it's ritual because it's very sacred. The phase is very sacred. You are creator, you are very much divine. So, it's rituals for us, not just an activity. So, I spend time with nature daily. Now, how do we do that best? So first, we open our windows or we go to terrace or garden. We feel the breeze. Then we watch the flowers very closely, the pattern, the leaf pattern, the way they are moving with the breeze. We watch the natural patterns closely because they always have a symmetry. Then we become more enthusiastic, we become more relaxed, and we decide to wear barefoot on the grass. And then something strikes our nostrils, which is the smell of the dew. And that's magical, right? And then later, when the season changes, we are regular with it. Then there is rain, and we get drenched in rain. We even go for stargazing and we even take sun bath, just enjoy the sun during sunsets, maybe, then dive deep and see. And in the evenings or maybe early mornings, we sing with birds and dance, have our own little dance, just like no one is watching us. If you are more enthusiastic, if you feel more comfortable, spend time with animals, different types of animals, and fall in love with their innocence and loyalty. You look into their eyes and there is just a lot of love they would want to give it to you. Spend time with the cows. It's very relaxing and therapeutic, mentally calming. In US these days we pay to the caretakers of the cow. There is this therapy. You can even Google it to spend time with cows. If you are in India, you are very fortunate. You can easily access it and it's not very expensive, almost free, and spend time with it. Just caress it, caress her neck, hug her. In nature, also, you can hug the trees. It might be funny initially, but you will eventually love it, what it does to you. You can even my favorite activity was, watching the clouds with the different shapes, and I used to make out and in my imagination that here is the dog, here is the fairy. So even you can try that. Then try to find out constellations, learn more about it. Maybe you can, go to the nearest telescope available or buy one for yourself. And during rains, if you're healthy, if there is no complication, you can even try rain meditation and you would have the otherworldly feeling. You would feel you don't belong here if you go deep into meditation. So this is about nature. And now let's go to the assignment related to nature in the next video. Namaste.